stuff, Levin.
I'm LevinKong. We're the founding partners of the LevinKong Team.
We're with Keller Williams in TriBeCa. Today we're actually coming to you live from TriBeCa. We're going to talk to you about our team, our experience, the New York City real estate market in general, and how to take advantage of current trends in the market, and how we put our clients in the enviable position of really winning and taking advantage of this market. Look forward to sharing with you today. Thanks so much.
It's going to be lots of fun.
I'll let David start us off by telling a little bit about who he is and his experience here in New York.
Sure. I've been in the business for about 12 years now. Started at another large firm in the city. Built my business starting with relocation, working with corporate clients, a lot of rentals as well. Worked with companies such as Facebook, Nike, Google, a lot of the larger companies here in the city.
That's great. I've been in the real estate business in New York for about 17, 18 years. I was with another prominent company for 13 years prior to coming over to Keller Williams here in TriBeCa. I was ranked in the top 20 company-wide. Since we've come over to Keller Williams, New York City, we've been the sales team of the year each of the years that we've been here, and we are ranked in the top 1% of all real estate agents in the country. What is your background in relocation, and how does that translate into you helping your clients achieve the highest results here in New York? And how does that experience of going into so many buildings, working with so many clients, translate to what you're doing now?
Sure, let me talk about that. One of the most important aspects of working with relocation clients is being able to be flexible and mindful of people's times. A lot of C-level executives only have a limited amount of time to look at as many places as possible. So it all comes down to preparation, over preparing for what you might have to work with the client, and really understanding and listening to what their needs are.
So I know you also work with a ton of international investors. It's a big part of our business, and it's a part of our business that you really spearhead. Can you speak to what you're seeing with these clients, what they're looking for, and how you're helping them take advantage of the market?
So fortunately for them, we're in a time period right now where prices have come down for condominiums, the type of properties that a lot of investors are looking for. Also, there's a lot of negotiating with incentives with
I like that.
with sponsors and developers. My background also with rentals has really helped to really find out what the maximum ROI will be on each of their purchases, and getting them a sense of where the market is in terms of rentals, and not just making up numbers just to inflate expectations.
That's fantastic. So I also work with investors. I work with doctors, lawyers. The majority of my business over the last 2 decades has been with people in finance, hedge fund, private equity, bond traders, and by working with so many people in finance, I've really become somebody that looks at the numbers. I really analyze where people can maximize their investments, how they can take advantage of trends in the market to achieve the highest record-breaking sales in buildings throughout Manhattan. And that's why I've achieved some of the highest price points in buildings throughout Manhattan. And one of the things that we're really focused on is keeping our clients informed as to what's going on in the market. It's always an incredible market in New York City. It's not always going up. Historically, a mature market that does trend up, but there's always opportunity to take advantage if you're well informed. Having the right real estate agent, having the right team behind you can really help you take advantage of nuances, trends, different buildings, different micro markets performing at different paces. There's always opportunity, it's just where the opportunity lies.
We're always data-driven. We're not here to just move or react to whatever we see in the newspaper or the headings. We're really here to show you how these numbers work in your favor.
And having a long-term advisor in your corner as opposed to a salesman really would put you in a winning position. I've been in the business almost 2 decades, Dave about a decade and a half, and we have a majority of our business is referred to us by past clients, repeat clients who enthusiastically refer us to their friends, their family, their coworkers, because we're not here to push people in any one direction. We're here for the long term to help put people in the position to take advantage of different market trends. And one of the ways that we do that is our affiliation with the Keller Williams Luxury Homes division. Keller Williams, as you may or may not know, is the largest real estate company in the country and in the world, over 160,000 agents. Keller Williams agents transact on over $1 billion worth of real estate every single day. That is an unfathomable amount of real estate. It is a huge company, a huge umbrella organization to work under, but we work in the luxury homes division. It's about 2,500 of the top agents in the country, sort of the special ops of Keller Williams, this big umbrella organization. And just to give you a little reference of what this organization, this boutique company within the company did just last month, closed 7,500 units nationwide, closed $3 billion worth of sales volume, took over 6,000 listings, and wrote over $6 billion worth of contracts. These are numbers that would be remarkable for any large corporation, any large real estate firm, but this is just the 2,500 top agents at Keller Williams. So Dave, as we were discussing just a little bit ago, you have a very extensive background in relocation, working with corporate clients, helping them find places in an incredibly efficient, timely manner. You also work with a ton of international investors. How has that experience helped you work with your buyer clients in order to navigate through this incredibly tricky real estate market and help them find the best value that this market will allow for?
Sure, that's a very good question. The first thing is by working with such a diverse buyer pool with different needs, both the investors and with the relocation clients, it's really helped me to learn the inventory throughout the city instead of just focusing on just one little small segment of the market. The other thing which is universal is that I really have to listen. I have to listen to, with just a short amount or a little bit about the buyer, their needs, I have to extrapolate as much as possible. So it's really helped me to hone in my skills of listening. And then by understanding what their needs really are and knowing the inventory from uptown to downtown, inside and out, I'm really able to kind of hone in on the things that might not be the neighborhood they might have asked for or the type of product that they're looking for, but really find what makes it home to them or a great investment.
No, I've seen you do it a million times. You're kind of a sniper when it comes to identifying property, finding value, and we've got some pretty amazing negotiation tricks up our sleeves. So we are incredibly honored to be part of this organization, to be part of the luxury division. It's the reason that we came from two of the biggest companies in New York City, and through the luxury division, we've been prominently featured on panels. I've spoken on panels at Family Reunion, our national convention, at our luxury homes division, and I've been fortunate enough to teach my favorite subject in real estate, negotiation, throughout the country. As Dave knows, I think every aspect of our business, every aspect of real estate brokering is negotiation. From the first time we answer a phone call from somebody trying to make an appointment to the actual negotiation when we're trying to close the business. Everything is negotiation. And one of the things that I always speak to, as Dave can attest, besides my mantra of business begetting business and just putting yourself in winning positions, is listen more than you speak. Have the other agent betray their client's motivation, betray why they're looking, when they're looking, what they're looking for. I always teach my team, our team, not to speak to when they need to close, what their budget is, why they're looking. Unless you really have to, I think all of that is a betrayal of motivation, and a seasoned real estate agent will take advantage of that and use it against you in a negotiation. We certainly do. Dave, do you want to speak to some of these stuff we're doing online, some of the social media that we're doing?
Absolutely. As everyone understands, being online is one of the most important things, but being online and then more importantly, how to create a targeted marketing plan to really find the buyer. In the past, everyone thought that if you could just do some Google AdWords or if you could just show up here and there on Facebook or you have some brand recognition, that's enough. It really isn't anymore. What you really need, what we've been doing, is to create targeted marketing strategies online to find those buyers. So we're going much deeper. So if there's a certain type of buyer that would likely want a one-bedroom or a two-bedroom, a condo or co-op, an investor versus an end user, we really need to what we've done is to identify them and to really target in on them and to focus on where they are, working with their lifestyle and things of that. So that way we have a more targeted marketing strategy.
Yeah, it's incredible. Gone are the days of putting the proverbial yard sign in. Here in the city, it's using third-party aggregators to promote our listings. That's not enough anymore. You have to go beyond. You have to syndicate. You have to be proactive in your approach to get the listing to the target audience. And one of the ways that we're doing that is we're targeting the brokerage community. We're targeting the brokerage community in New York City. We're targeting the 3,000 some odd real estate agents throughout the country in our luxury division, the 160 some odd agents in Keller Williams, and the millions of real estate agents in the country, because our real estate market here in New York is a global market. We have relationships with agents throughout the world. Our buyers come from Europe, our buyers come from Asia, our buyers come from Canada, our buyers come from Ohio, California. So we need to get our listings in front of all those people. We're also marketing to our tens of thousands of person database that we've culminated over 2 decades in the industry. We're going to our sphere of influence, be it people in finance, people in the tech industry, real influencers that we're going to, that we're bringing our luxury properties to. So for the last year and a half, we've been in I would say a challenging market for sellers. There's a lot of inventory, there's a lot of competition for the buyer pool with all this inventory out there. So we've incorporated some strategic marketing tactics, some strategic pricing, and strategic positioning in order to bring eyes and buyers to our property. Besides our social media strategy, we also have cast a wide net as far as syndication. We're syndicating our listings to over 1,000 unique websites domestically, including very prominent featuring of our listings on the wallstreetjournal.com. We're also syndicating to over 100 sites internationally. We're syndicating to over 60 countries throughout the world, and we're having our listings translated to 17 languages. And by casting such a wide net and going beyond what most real estate agents are doing, we're selling quicker, we're having less days on market, we're selling higher price points, and we're making this easier, more efficient, and more rewarding for our sellers.
Thanks for joining us today. It's been our pleasure showing our insights in the area of TriBeCa, as well as showing you some of the techniques that we use to help our buyers and sellers.
Yeah, and it was really a pleasure walking through TriBeCa, even on a rainy day like today. It's one of our favorite neighborhoods in the city. Beautiful architecture, incredible buildings, an average price point of $4.5 million. So the entry into this area is a little bit steep, but honestly, it's for those who can be here, it's a pretty incredible neighborhood. The best really of everything that the city has to offer. And we really appreciated you taking the time to be with us today, and thank you so much.
Thanks, until next time.